This is your victory tool. You helped end apartheid. You stood with us through the transition.
Hey guys, this is Christina from Global Grind, and today we're sitting with Eunique Jones Gibson, a culture architect who created the adorable campaign Because of Them We Can. You've probably seen her pictures around, and today we're sitting to talk about Black History Month, this amazing campaign, and moving Black culture forward. So we've seen these adorable pictures around. They're making our ovaries burst. The kids are so cute, but it's also really important because it shows connection between Black history and our past and our future. So how did this all start?
It started when I started to consider my two sons, Chase and Amari. Chase and Amari were born during President Barack Obama's election and during his re-election. And so in seeing the progress that we've made as a people, I started to think about all the opportunities my sons will have and the paths that they'll be able to take just simply as a result of the progress that has been made by people who have come before us and people who are currently making progress. And the more I looked at Chase, the more I said, he looks like a little Muhammad Ali. And he's running around the kitchen, and I'm thinking in that vein. And then I start to think, wow, because of him, Chase can. Because of President Barack Obama, Amari can. And the more I thought in that vein, it just broadened, and I thought, wow, because of them we can. And I started thinking about other people who have paved the way. And then I thought this would be awesome to showcase through pictures during Black History Month.
Yeah.
And that was January 28th when the idea came to me of 2013. And we photographed the campaign maybe a couple of days later, and were able to really just launch something that I didn't even know people had a void for or had an interest in the way that they showed me through their reception.
You know, I think a lot of it too is just that Black History Month has been diluted. And I think with the emergence of these pictures, we're seeing now, oh, wait, you know, we can pull the past to the future, and there is some type of relationship there. But just speaking of the dilution of Black History Month, like, what's the state? What do you feel like? What do you feel about the state of Black History Month today?
Yeah, the state of Black History Month, I feel like it has been diluted by either people focusing on these three key individuals that we learned about in school. So it's either Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., or Harriet Tubman, right? And while I do believe that they are very important, I think that our history expands beyond just those key people that people want to talk about all the time. There are other individuals that we can look to for an example, or other individuals that we can look to as an inspiration whose impact we still benefit from today. I also think that you have some things that just shouldn't happen and have been excused because there hasn't been a campaign like this. So you have people doing these little posts like on Instagram where they'll say JJ, the first person to ever
like turn up.
Like, and it's so disrespectful. And I get that it gets a laugh, but it's like, really? Did we really march for you to make a mockery of our history? Did Carter G. Woodson really establish Negro History Week for you to sit here and post images that make a mockery of the sacrifices that they made because you're tying it to your version of pop culture?
Definitely.
I feel like things like that really take away from the power and the potential of Black History Month. I see Black History Month as a month where we set our own agenda. We set the agenda for the Black community. What is it we want to achieve? What do we want to accomplish? How do we help push other people forward? How do we help empower our children? How do we help support Black businesses? What are we going to do for the next 12 months? And then how are we going to sit and convene the next Black History Month and see how we did and how we can continue to do great things?
I really haven't seen any other campaigns that have the same vision that Dr. Carter G. Woodson had for Black History Month. So you've done Martin Luther King, and you've done Malcolm X, and you've done Rosa Parks, and those are people we expect to see for Black History Month. But can you give us some others that people probably won't even think about that we're going to see in this campaign?
Other individuals have you ever played with a water gun when you were younger? You ever use a super soaker? So Lonnie Johnson is a Black man who created the super soaker. So it's not even just people of the past. It's like, how are these modern day people? How have they blazed trails? You have, there's so many individuals that we've covered. So you have your Madam C.J. Walkers, you have your Dr. Dorothy Height, you have your Shirley Chisholm. So, you know, the first black woman to run for president of the United States. You have Carol Moseley Braun. You have people who are past and current who have been portrayed. And then you have people who I feel like today are very relevant in terms of what they do for the self-esteem of little black kids. So Janelle Monáe. She's someone that you would say, well, why are you honoring her during Black History Month? We have to look at what she's doing for young girls. She's basically helping girls that look like you and me say, I'm okay. It's cool to be different. I can wear this bun. Look, I can have this wild hair. I can embrace who I am, and I can still do what it is that God put me here to do and still eat well. Right?
Definitely.
So it's making sure that we still honor people while they're living and tell people, hey, there are people in real time who are doing amazing things that we need to pay attention to and really highlight.
And Eunique, you're thinking above and beyond. So the campaign came out last year and there were pictures, but really you're making this into a movement. And this Black History Month, you've turned those pictures into visual narratives. So can you talk about that and those videos, and how did that come about?
Yeah, so I was wondering, the pictures are great. I think they're amazing, but I'm always trying to determine how we can expand the message or bring it to life. And so I started to see these visions in my head of a young Rosa Parks getting on the bus, or a young Harriet Tubman running through the woods, and was able to have a great team. It's really an opportunity not just to showcase this imagery and to help other people grasp what Harriet Tubman or what Rosa Parks did, but it's also an opportunity to teach these children by putting them in this place where I have 4 kids in the woods and I said, you all are portraying slaves.
Yeah.
That's heavy for a 7-year-old or an 8-year-old. And so I feel like for a year we've said, because of them we can. Because of them we can. And so many people have said, we can what? And so I wanted to showcase what we're able to do because of these individuals. And so for an example, Rosa Parks, you see that she got on the bus, she walked to the back in the video, and she comes back, she sits in the front of the bus. And it's like, okay, that's nice when you hear about it in school, like, great, she didn't give up her seat, so now I can sit in the front of the bus. But it's bigger than that.
Definitely.
It's definitely bigger than that. So my take is, no, because of Rosa Parks, you can face your fears.
So if people want to get involved, they can obviously go to becauseofthemwecan.com and you can take this pledge. The pledge, because of them, I will honor the sacrifices of my ancestors, I will believe in me, I will pursue my dreams, and I will help others along the way. So talk about that pledge, how people can get involved, how we can help you, how we can support Because of Them We Can, and how we can continue to celebrate Black History Month and the other 11 months of the year.
Right. So the pledge was a way to simply say, whether or not your child is in the picture, whether or not you're in the picture, there's still a way that you can participate in this movement. And that's simply by understanding why we're doing it. We want people to honor their ancestors. I want you to believe that you can do anything you conceive in your mind. If you couldn't, you would never be able to process the thought, right? So I want you to believe in yourself. I want you to pursue your dreams. We talk about the people from back in the day and everything that they were able to accomplish with little to no resources or even support. You organized the March on Washington with no tweet, no Facebook status. Like, come on. Like, if they had little to nothing and they were able to really gather and group and organize and unite, like, we can do the exact same thing. And then you gotta help people. Because if I accomplish my goals but I don't give you the blueprint to do yours, then I'm doing an injustice or disservice to everyone, right? So in order for me to have a legacy, I gotta help you have one. So how do we honor our ancestors? I believe in yourself, pursue your dreams, and help other people. If you go online, you take that pledge. If you're a parent, you have to have your child take the pledge. My kid took the pledge. You can print a copy, click the button, print a copy, have them sign it, have them date it, and then every time there's an issue or you need to remind them, you go back to the pledge. Hey, what's this grade you got here? I thought you said that you would believe in you. So if you would believe in yourself, then a C isn't good enough because you're capable of an A, right? So it's like really an accountability piece. Like, you really have to tap into why we're doing the campaign. It's about building the self-esteem of others, building the self-esteem of our children.
Well guys, you can visit becauseofthemwecan.com to check out those dope photos and those videos, which will also be on globalgrind.com. And make sure you take that pledge. Take that pledge. And because of them we can.
Hey, I'm Eunique Jones Gibson. The website is www.becauseofthemwecan.com. Visit the site, check out the pledge, take the pledge, check out the artwork, and share it with a child you know, or even consume it for yourself. You're watching Global Grind TV.